Okay, my name is Cecilia Chavez, and I'm interviewing Keta from La Casa. She's a counselor here, and because of our confidentiality, she prefers to not come out on the video. But we are gonna hear her voice, and I'm gonna ask her a few questions. Can you please tell me what it is that you do here in a day? What it is for you to work here in La Casa?
Okay, well, I'm a counselor, so I work with the victims of domestic violence, and I do intakes and assessments, and then work with clients on learning about domestic violence and how it's affected them emotionally, physically, psychologically, and then I have other duties that I do here. I'm the clinical director, so I do guide the other staff in how to work with clients effectively.
Oh, so you have a busy schedule.
Yeah.
How do you get into this field?
I actually, when I was going to school at NMSU and getting
you're
my
an Aggie?
master's, yeah,
Nice.
I got my master's, and this is the place where, well, not here, but I did my internship at La Casa when it was in a little building over on Idaho.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed it, and I ended up coming back after a career of doing other counseling.
Oh, okay. How long have you been doing this? Counseling?
Well, I started counseling in 1989
Oh, wow.
at La Casa, and then I went to Southwest Counseling Center. Then I had my own private practice, and then I came back here.
Nice. So what does it take to become a counselor? What brought you in? Like, why did you decide that you wanted to be a counselor?
I don't know, there was, people would always tell me that it seemed like I was a good listener, and that, you know, a lot of people would come to me to talk to me, and I thought, well, I might as well make money doing it.
True. What experiences, well, first of all, do you do like group sessions, or do you do
I do individual and group.
individual sessions? What experiences do you get from that?
I'm not sure what you mean by
Do you think like doing one-on-one session is better than, have you done group sessions?
I think both are good ways to help clients, you know, deal with their problems and their issues. Sometimes individual is better for some people because they have a difficult time in the group, but also the group is really good because of the support that they get from the other people who are also victims. They don't feel so alone.
Yeah. What approach do you use when doing counseling?
I usually use cognitive behavioral, and then I try to work a lot in trauma-informed practice, where focusing on how the trauma, domestic violence has affected the person, and, you know, so that they can learn that some of their reactions that they're having are because of the trauma caused by the domestic violence.
And what is your theory? What theory do you use with your patients?
You know, it's been so long, I think I use a lot of theories, but I don't have
a specific
one?
one?
I don't have, I think probably Adlerian, I think that's what it was called. That's what I was interested in when I was getting my master's, but that's been many years ago.
Many years. You just use a little bit of everything then?
Yeah, I think I'm eclectic. I think that's what it's called.
Do you feel like La Casa has made a big difference here in Las Cruces?
I do. I think we're the only domestic violence agency, and we have a shelter, we have a batters intervention program, we have outpatient, which is called non-residential services for the people, and, you know, there's a lot of people who come to us and are able to understand how domestic violence is affecting them. And we have an office in Anthony also.
Oh, okay.
But the batterers intervention program is very important because it teaches the batterer, whether male or female, to take accountability for their actions, and that they should not, the way that they look at their controlling behaviors can be changed if they change their attitude about women.
Do you feel like it has helped them a lot?
It depends. I mean, there's some people who go in
Samantha Dow 274, Samantha Dow 274.
What was I saying? There's some people who are batterers who, I don't know, there's some people who are batterers that don't learn, and then there's some that do.
That do?
Yeah.
Do you have family counseling too?
No.
No family counseling?
We don't do couples counseling either.
Okay. Do you feel like the domestic violence here on Las Cruces might be higher than in any other places of New Mexico?
No, I think it's about the same.
It's about the same?
Yeah.
I was reading an article saying that that domestic violence here in New Mexico is actually, well, for kids, child abuse is higher than a lot of the states here in the United States. Do you feel that's accurate?
I don't really know the statistics. I know that there's a lot of domestic violence all over the country.
Can you tell me a little bit more about La Casa that you can think of?
Well, we have
Any of the services?
We have a legal advocate that helps if a client comes in and wants to get some kind of legal help. We refer them to legal aid, and then also that person helps with immigration issues for the undocumented victims who can go through VAWA to get their residency because they're victims of domestic violence. So we help with that. And then we have volunteers that help us around the office, and we get donations, and those donations go for the clients because sometimes they have to flee from the relationship without anything. So.
Yeah. And as I was coming by, I saw that you guys get clothes, so you guys get donations for clothes.
Yes, we get donations,
and
all of that is for the clients. We
Yes.
give that to the clients as needed.
And if we want to make donations, do we just come here to the office, or do we call ahead?
Yeah, you can bring it, just don't come on the weekend because we're closed.
Sounds good. I read that there's a lot of, being Mexican myself, I know that Mexican men tend to be a little bit more aggressive towards their partners most of the time.
It's about half and half.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anglo-Caucasian men are just as controlling as Mexican
Mexicans.
men. It really is. We get about half and half of Hispanic women or Mexican women and Anglo women. So it's really
just depends on the person.
Yeah, it does.
And a lot of women are afraid, I guess, the ones that are not they don't have they're not legal here, they're afraid to come, and you were saying that legal aid helps them.
Well, not legal aid.
The lawyers.
That's for a divorce or for a
okay.
restraining order. But our legal advocate refers clients that are eligible to Catholic charities.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with that,
Mm-hmm.
with them too. Okay, ma'am. Well, I really do appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for not recording my face.
No problem. My pleasure. For those who don't know where La Casa is, it's located right next to Young's Park. And this is the building. They have many services for women who are being abused. I really enjoyed my interview with her. She was very helpful, very understanding. The only thing is that she did not want to be recorded. And she was very thankful for me for taking that into consideration. And I really learned a lot.